1998, there were 12.4 million Hispanic eligible voters. Fast forward to 2018, and there are now 29 million eligible Latino Hispanic voters in the United States. And of course, Hispanics are not a monolithic voting group. We don't vote on just one issue. But what's frustrating me is that election day on Tuesday, I was hearing that articles were confirming that it was a Latino vote that really pushed the Democrats to some of the wins in the House and turned some areas blue. And I'm just scratching my head, honestly, because what are Hispanics or Latinos voting for? What are you voting for when you vote Democrat? Someone please tell me. It's just literally so frustrating to think that Hispanics, Latinos are voting emotionally and not all of them, not using critical thought. Like, what have the Democrats done for us? What do the Republicans offer us? What has this Republican administration done for us? How can you bypass the gains that the Latino Hispanic community have had under this administration with low unemployment, historical low unemployment? There's less of us in poverty. Wages have gone up. And for Hispanic or Latina women, we're the #1 demographic for small business ownership that is growing. Why wouldn't we vote for a party that will allow us to grow our businesses, therefore allow us to employ more people and bring them out of poverty? It's just mind-boggling when I read the headlines that the Hispanic vote really brought a lot of these candidates to the finish line, because it's just, Latinos, Hispanics out there, just because you get a text that says Vota Latino or Vote Latino with a hint of Spanish doesn't mean that the Democrats care about your future. Even if you're illegal, even if you're DACA, we saw it. This President Trump offered amnesty, 1.8 million amnesty to DACA. Offered that, and what did the Democrats do? They said no. The Democrats had an opportunity to get comprehensive illegal immigration done during Obama's first 2 years. They controlled the Senate and the House. Here's my thing, though. Statistically, Latinos don't vote on the issue of immigration. It's economics, education, healthcare, and national security, in that order, I believe. But in this case, what happened? The Democrats are against vouchers and school choice. Who do you think that's going to hurt first? The people of color, poor people of color communities. That's who it's going to hurt first. So it's just mind-boggling that people are falling for the lies. Pretty 30-second, 50-second ads that tell you that they are there for you. They are not there for us. They give us lip service and do nothing. And here's what I've been screaming for a while now, that they have pretty much moved on from the black vote to now the Latino vote, and selling us on this socialist, on the idea of socialism. Even my 21-year-old is a victim of it. He's going to be paying taxes next year. He's an independent contractor, so if that doesn't change his politics when he's got to write a check to the government, I don't know what will. But he has bought into this whole idea of universal health care and more government control and more government takeover of companies. That's socialism. That's what many of us, our parents, our grandparents, left other countries to bring us here for. Ultimately, we're all Americans, and we should all treat ourselves as Americans. And America, we have different cultures, ethnicities, and all that good stuff. That's not debatable. But the Democrats are chopping us up in Latino vote, women vote, black vote, Asian vote, gay vote, trans, all these little boxes, and they target you and they tell you they're gonna do all this wonderful stuff for you, and they never do. Really, what have they done for us? Nothing. Obama's 8 years were horrible. Horrible. We had youth, black and Latino unemployment above 50%. What that means is that these kids have no means of income and are out there doing X, Y, and Z. That's a fact. No jobs equals more crime. And for me, I especially felt the impact of illegal immigration in my neighborhood when I went to take my son to look for his first high school job. And they're giving the fast food jobs to the illegal women, who of course are going to do a better job because they're adults and they're grown. But that's who my teenage son had to compete with for fast food jobs in my neighborhood. That's what they're selling us. They're selling us mass illegal immigration into our communities because they're not going to go into these limousine liberals, usually white liberals that want to do the best for us and help us because, we're helpless, into their communities. They're going to come into my community. So sometimes I'm just like, you know what? Don't get out the vote. Just don't vote. If you are not an informed voter, if you're not voting on what's best for you, which right now it's Republican policies, then just don't vote. Don't vote on emotion. That goes for women too. It's just so frustrating. Please do your research, and that doesn't mean on Facebook nowadays and all those sites. Do your research and see what is being done for you by this administration. It is helping us in our communities, Latino and black communities, Asian communities, women, the disenfranchised groups that the Democrats claim to help. This president is helping. This administration is helping. Republican policies help us. Republicans may not be out there, appealing to you emotionally, but they are doing what needs to be done for all Americans to succeed in this country. So please, we have 2 more years. Do your research, mi gente. Otherwise, just don't get out the vote.